Welcome to the big show. This is Investing with Confidence. As always, I am your host, Joshua David, and we are happy to have you with us today. I do have my good friend, my good pal. He is looking good, Mr. Stockmaster, Mr. Al Connickson. How are you doing today, Al?
Well, you know what? I feel fantastic. And having just listened to that weather report, 80 degrees today and a foot of snow in the Rockies. So good to be in Minnesota.
I tell you what, it's going to be a nice warm day, and a nice warm day in the stock market this week too, Al. It was a very, very interesting week, we'll say. But you know, that's going to be a lot of things we're going to talk about here today on Investing with Confidence, sponsored by Online Trading Academy, is how the stock market is moving, how the public is reacting to it, but how average, or I should say, investors that know what they're doing, that have a rules-based strategy, can make smarter investing decisions and not have emotions in it.
Good point.
Proper decisions. But Online Trading Academy, on their 25th year, a world leader in trading and investing and education, located right here in Bloomington, next to the Mall of America. Al, your favorite place. I know you like to shop.
I've been there a time or two.
But Al, let's talk about some of these great moves in the markets this week. The market was actually green for the week. I mean, it doesn't really sound like it actually was, but you know what? It was green, and we had some big down days, but some big gaps up, showing some strength. But I'll tell you what, we're going to talk about some different areas of interest. We're going to say supply and demand levels where potential buyers and sellers might be, and a potential route for this stock market. What's some of these catalysts that are driving these great moves, big volatility? What's going on, Al?
Well, we have seen some huge up days and some huge down days. As you mentioned, the markets were up for the week. They're still down for the month. But what we've been seeing, I think we need to get used to that as being kind of the norm for at least the foreseeable future. We're going to have these big up moves, big down moves. And we're going through a period of time where good news is bad news is good news. Sometimes good news is good news. Sometimes bad news is bad news.
I am now confused.
You're confused, and that's exactly why people shouldn't be using their own opinions on what should happen, because you can't decide for the market what it's going to do. Just as an example, and this last week, a jobless claims report came out. They were expecting 500,000 new jobs. The number came in at 194. That's 326,000 less. That was 38,000 less jobs than they had anticipated. So, that should have just cratered the market. There would have been a time in the past where that would have really caused a big down day.
But that's
the
also
market
an
shrugged
opinion.
it off. It's an opinion, but the market just kind of shrugged it off. Now, what have we got coming up that could cause some big up moves and down moves? A continuation of that. Earnings season starts next week, starting with the financials. So we're going to be watching that pretty closely. There are going to be some big results or some big responses from the market based on what's happening there. But that's fantastic. Those are great opportunities for us and for people that understand what some of the opportunities are and how to use the different assets that are out there. Earnings season is a great time to participate in the markets. The potential for big returns in a short period of time is really strong during earnings season.
Yeah, I know. And I know a lot of things that we're going to talk about here in the next couple segments is options, and a lot of people like to use options during our earnings season.
Exactly, some great opportunities with options,
or even before. So it's how to prepare for these big volatile times, right? You talked about the jobs report. We have things that's going on with the debt ceiling this past week, earnings coming up. So major volatility coming up. But it's making smarter decisions. I mean, there's a lot of people that have opinions in the markets, but don't have a rules-based strategy. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that are listening right now that have tried trading on their own, tried investing on their own, but maybe they're not doing it anymore because it just didn't work out. Well, the difference there, the reason is you haven't learned how to do that, and you have to have a rules-based strategy that has steps within that, and actually have a proper platform that can help guide you through your educated decisions in the markets. And Online Trading Academy, the sponsor of Investing with Confidence, has those rules, has those steps, and guess what? Also has that platform to help you make smarter investing decisions. It's called Click. So, Al, I'm going to do something new here. First time ever. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready. Let's go.
You are shaking. You are so nervous. But I tell you what, we're going to do a new workshop coming up here. I have 2 dates here for a new workshop that we're doing right here in Bloomington. We're local. And we have one on Wednesday the 13th or Saturday the 16th. They're only 2 hours. They're both in the morning, so pretty much anybody that's listening now has the opportunity to attend. And it's a workshop going into how these markets work, talking about options, stocks, futures, Forex, some of the opportunities coming up, but it's going to be hands-on. We talked to a lot of people, and just kind of, I thought about this last week, and someone was telling me, he said, hey, you know what? I needed somewhere that had hands-on. I'm a visual learner. I need to learn by doing. Well, you know what? We're going to do that here in Bloomington at Online Trading Academy. Wednesday the 13th and Saturday the 16th is a workshop on how to use the platform, click how investing decisions are made so you can actually see how that's done. So call 952-814-4410 for passes for this workshop. Wednesday the 13th and Saturday the 16th, 952-814-4410. You can also text the word invest to the number 484848. When you do that, you're going to get a text back with a link picking those two dates. All you got to do is choose one. When you pick your class, the date for this class, you're going to get a financial quick start kit just for registering, and that will help you get started right away. Al, coming up next, I want to talk more about, I kind of gave a little teaser about options. I want you to talk a little bit about options, stocks, the comparisons of them, and how to make smarter investing decisions, not even really worrying about which asset you're trading. Once again, for 2 tickets, call 952-814-4410 for Wednesday the 13th or Saturday the 16th. This is Josh and Al. We'll be right back.